Love to you and all your loved ones and the experience of all that is. I got my grounding stone in my left hand, which is non-dominant, which means receiving, not my dominant hand. I got my crystal, my dominant hand, receiving hand. So the grounding in and then the enlightening in to the receiving hand. Okay, I want to boil it all down here. Me and the homie Pete were talking and it got me to thinking. A lot of what I'm talking about is just getting into certain sections of your brain. The prefrontal cortex brain, as opposed to the back reptilian, more back reptilian brain and center of your brain. But it'll be easier to explain right now. Just the right brain. The right brain is your intuitive brain, it's your artistic brain, it's your creative brain, it's your, some people would say, feminine brain, which means more intuitive, more, you could say emotional, but intuitive is a better word. And the great thing about that is if you ever do art or create anything, if you create a company, if you create a website, whatever, you create a family, you are, it's, things flow better when you just don't think about it and let nature take its course. And somehow, like when I make songs, I recently made a song with Pete, and it was amazing how it transformed so randomly and crazily. And that wouldn't have happened if I was really trying to think about how it was going to be. I didn't even have any expectations at all. And then life came to me and made the song really interesting and cool, and everything fell into place, including, you know, lyrics and everything that I didn't even wasn't expecting to do. So my point here is when you let go, suddenly nature starts doing its thing. The universe, nature, that's kind of, when I say universe, another way to put it is the natural laws of just the unfolding, um, the flowering, and allegedly the prefrontal frontal cortex brain, the human brain, the most advanced brain, flowers out energetically, I think. It does a flowering thing. And that's what we're saying. Like when you let go and let nature take its course with your own life and stop thinking about it and just flow and let everything naturally do what it does, suddenly things turn out better. It's more fun once you understand it and let it go and you have some experience with it. Not only is life way more fun, but more importantly, life just flows better and suddenly things happen out of nowhere and everything's cool. And you know, let's not get too prideful slash ashamed or insecure about how we're living, because both those things, pride and the shame and insecurity, those things are going to impede the flow. You just let go, come from your heart, your right brain. Forget heart for now, we're just talking brain. So look, put intention in your right brain. That's all I'm saying, I guess. On the most primal level of what I'm talking about is just put intention in your right brain and try to get into the flow of things, letting go, and then suddenly things start working out and your intuition can kick in, whether you think it's your intuition or not. It's just this randomness. It's like when you, okay, when you let things become random, you have random access to everything. There's a term, like, as far as, you know, like hard drives. random access. It can go anywhere at any time. And that's basically what being natural is, because then you're living in a quantum world. So I'm basically connecting the whole quantum thing that everyone's talking about now in science and consciousness community. But the thing that's quantum, when you really think about it, it's just being natural. It's the natural world, the universal laws. And it's this random access, more advanced way to think than just our brain. Even the heart, it's just boom, it's here, then it's there. It like teleports all over the place. And for us, we think, oh, that's chaos. But no, it's actually having more access to the whole at any moment. Boom, 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 boom. As opposed to always moving like in a linear form. It's like, no, you could have access to everything at the same time, and suddenly you're just this magical person. That's what magic is, you know? Quantum is connected to natural laws, which is connected to what we would call magic and just things flowing and good luck and all this kind of stuff. So basically, there it is. I'm boiling down to using your right brain and relaxing and letting go and letting universal laws come in. The intuitiveness, you know, intuition, which doesn't have to be this like psychic ability. When I say intuition, it's just this the wisdom of the body more than the wisdom of the brain. So being natural nature, you know, your body, not your brain. So and that is what being human is. And we have technology now that's making us kind of a little bit less human as far as our flow with our body and just, you know, being natural and letting go like an animal or a baby or a child. Any young person is going to be more natural. The younger you go, generally, it's you're going to be more natural, and that's where the magic is. That's, you know, uh, being childlike, and also like being like an animal. That's why we admire animals, because they just live a very basic way of thinking, but it's more intuitive and it's just more everything is just flowing better. It's more of an efficient life than thinking like, oh, I ate and then I ate again. And you know, animals don't think about nothing like that. Like, I'm eating too much. Like, they're just living in the moment. And sure, they might be getting fat, and that could lead to this, you know, sickness or something. But as far as their life flow, they're just so much better than we generally are. You know, animals are just doing. You know, so that's what we're saying. Stop thinking and start doing. And then I took it to another level where stop even thinking you're an I or a me or a my. You just flow in the nature of your body and the nature of your let nature, meaning letting nature take its course with your body and just feeling and your right brain and the universe and trusting all of that. I don't know if this really made sense or if it was really consolidating things, but you know, it's still something exciting for me. So later.